Okay.
And that's already done for you in here. When you go onto the website for it, there is something that you can play with where you enter in stuff and it will give you a chart showing the logarithmic growth, because this is going to tell you how many organisms are in this sample at this given time. The limit of both of these techniques is those organisms are still alive. So if they are rapidly dividing and they're in ideal conditions, 2 hours later, the number you have doesn't really matter anymore, because now you've got even more of them. They've grown in there. It's a cheap way of doing this technique, but that's one of the advantages to the electronic techniques that are automated, is when you look in there and you're either using the Coulter counter or you're doing it based on how much light penetrates through, you get the results immediately before that number is changed significantly. With this one, you can get the results fairly quickly. With this one, you get the results a couple days later. So it's not necessarily real useful to you at that point in time. But what that other activity does is it allows you to see the exponential growth. How when you look at the organisms, at first it takes them a little while to get used to their new surroundings, their new food. Once they get in there, they've got plenty of food, their growth is going to increase a lot. But once they start to run out of food and they're sitting there in their own waste products, their growth is going to start to taper off. So it just allows you to see those different phases. For that one, that's a virtual activity that you do online. All that you're going to be turning into me is this Word document here. And it is, I believe it still is a Word document on Angel for you, so that you can go in, as long as you've got Microsoft Word, modify the document to put your answers in and send it to me. That way you don't have to retype all of it on here. Any questions on that one?